So a typical swimming pool will have about 100 cubic yards of dirt. Each one of these trucks will carry about 10 cubic yards of dirt. But this is not a typical pool. It's a lot bigger than a regular sized pool. And what's interesting about the dirt, it's just like about when you dig a grave. When you dig the dirt out, it's very, very compacted, maybe 100% compaction on it. And then as you pull it out, it fluffs it up. So if you were to take a hole and you dug it, and then you try to put the dirt back in there, it will have a big mound. And that has a lot to do with the fluffing of the soil that's going in there. So you have 10 of those trucks. Wherever they're dumping it, it's relatively close, probably farm area. And they're doing a really good job. They're gonna dig it in one day. I always scare the crap out of people because I tell them if they go into a second day, it could be $6,400, you know. If they pay the guy directly, it's like $48. And then if they do it incrementally, like 2 hours, I think that would be $1,200. So it is expensive to dig the pools, and we never know what's going on with them, you know, because of the dig situation. But here in Lodi, it's pretty easy to dig. So, but I still go through the whole thing. I know it's on their contract that it's an extra $6,400 a day, because you would rather, you know, scare them like that than to not say anything. And we have had salesmen in the past that they're digging like 20 by 40 pools, 3.5 to 8 foot deep, which is twice the size of a regular pool, and not telling people anything about a second day. It makes it so hard for the job superintendent, because it's obvious they didn't get it dug in one day. So they've got to come out and tell them, you got to pay this, you know. And so it's supposed to be discussed with all the salesmen, but I've been doing it for over 40 years. I write it right on the plan. You know, if I have somebody that I think is a little customer that's a little sketchy, not getting what I'm saying, I'll actually have them sign that part of it. I'll put a line there and just say, oh, you need to sign this. Later down the road, when we do run into extra time, it is going to cost extra. So other than that, once we start the pool, we don't usually have any additional costs. It's just the excavation. And sometimes you can have a second day of dig, even on a pool here in Lodi, because there's a lot of places, all the new houses only have 4 foot 9 inches to the fence. And so you can't bring a standard size tractor, which is what these guys are digging with. You have to bring in a mini bobcat, which will fit into a 4 foot inch area. And then if you get smaller than that, or you have a long run, then we have to bring in 2 small backhoes. I know the brand name used to be Takeuchi. They're really small. They can actually fit through a gate. So they're usually 3.5 feet wide. The gate is 4 foot wide. And then we put a conveyor belt system on there. So it's a series of conveyor belts that as it goes out, it slowly lifts the dirt so that when it gets to the street, the truck can go right under it, and they actually have to back up on it. And then they can fill the truck by just watching the dirt come in on the conveyor. But that can even take, if it's a conveyor belt system, that will cost extra. So this over here is pretty much what we have. If you look over here, you can actually see the 2 colors of the fence. There's a brown natural, and then there's a staining. That would be, I would say, probably 4 feet from the fence line to the house. And sometimes that's what we have to dig in. It's crazy, you know, but this is California. Land is expensive. That's what's going on. So again, thanks for looking. I'm going to definitely try to come back tomorrow. I've got a sign up tonight at 6, so I'm not going to be able to come back before daylight. So maybe I can come back over tomorrow and walk the job so you can see what it looks like, a finished dig. And then Monday they're supposed to plumb it. So I'm going to try to come over for that too. Anyway, thanks for looking, and appreciate you guys' time. Bye-bye.